Coach, congratulations. After an early loss in the tournament, the U.S. are on a roll now, having not lost since. What went well today?
Well, we really pitched it well, and what we always say, it's all about dominant pitching, but also the timely hit, and some big hits by Jacob Gonzalez and Wyatt Langford. There we only got two of them, but we made the two count. But really the difference in the game was just Tanner Hall and Teddy McGraw just making some big pitches. When the game was on the line.
Two completely different pitchers, Tanner Hall and Teddy McGraw, because we saw McGraw pump some 95, 96 mile-an-hour heat. Tanner Hall was using his slider, his breaking stuff. Was that by design that you brought in a power pitcher to follow up a guy who was using his breaking stuff as much as he did?
Yeah, and a lot of times the scouting report, it's hard. When you're playing international baseball, it's hard for us to know too much about their lineup, and the coaches tried to do a good job, and I think they did. But I think when you have two guys on other ends of the spectrum, like you said, a guy that's more of a sinker, change-up, three-pitch mix, and throwing on both sides of the plate, and then you bring in McGraw that's just got a dominant fastball and a slider. It can be really tough for a lineup.
We noticed that one of your coaches, Cliff Godwin, is constantly moving his fielders around. He's constantly on the top step of the dugout, tapping his head, like moving players around. What's the idea behind that? You guys have like scouting reports on these hitters, or are you just going off of what you saw so far in the tournament?
Well, a lot of it's the scouting report. Coach Holliday, Josh Holliday from Oklahoma State, has done a lot of homework and where they hit the ball and trying, because runs are at a premium. There's not many hits here. Wind's usually blowing in. The pitching's really good, and so you're trying to put your guys in the best position. So credit Coach Holliday and Coach Godwin trying to put the guys in the right position.
Tomorrow night, you guys are playing Team Kingdom of the Netherlands, which will be a good test, I guess, for both teams. Do you have a strategy or a plan going into that game? Have you decided on who's going to start, for instance, on the mound?
No, we'll discuss that tonight. Part of it is us just trying to get through games, and we know after losing the first game how important every game after that. So we meet every morning to try to decide, which way we'll go. But again, we know they're good, and they've gotten off to a good start here, and so it's going to be a competitive game. And obviously, I think they'll have the home field advantage and a big crowd, and so I think it'll be exciting for our guys.